Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube video segment, I'm going to be talking about the 4th of July, or Independence Day, as many of you may call it. Now, I think the first thing, obviously, we look at with Independence Day, or a.k.a. the 4th of July, it's commemorating the birth of the United States, the land of the free, home of the brave. And the thing about it is, some people I think they lose the meaning of what the 4th of July is. There's a lot of people that like to go out and shoot off fireworks, and in a lot of places where they're illegal. Now, don't get me wrong. If they're shot off in a place where they're legal, then so be it, if that's what people want to do. But I think there's some people out there that kind of have a little misconception about this day, and they think, oh, it's just about getting rowdy, getting boisterous, or going out and let's get drunk, let's shoot off fireworks, let's make a lot of noise. And what it really is, it represents the United States and its birth, and the fact that we were given an opportunity to have freedom. Now, another thing too is when some people will say, and I've even said this, that they're really in a lot of ways there's nothing maybe truly free in the United States, at least from a monetary standpoint. As many of you know, you can buy a house, but you would relinquish the house if you don't pay taxes on it. But freedom is really, in the United States, is about having the freedom of choice, is what I believe it strongly represents. And as far especially matters pertaining to one's career, the decision one makes in the course of their life, and obviously, of course, things connected with that are legal, of course. And decisions, we have the freedom to choose the career path, the livelihood, the job that we work with, the friends that we associate with. And a lot of people really, I think, are somewhat misguided by what the 4th of July or Independence Day is really about. And I think it's just very important and essential for others to just remember what this is actually about, and not to think, well, I have the freedom to shoot off fireworks illegally, because that contradicts what you should be doing, because it's obviously it's not right to shoot them off if it's illegal, if it's in a location where you're not supposed to be doing it. But so many people are obviously going to be doing this anyway. And I read something one time, and I'm sure it's happened on more than one occasion, where somebody had shot a firework out of their vehicle while it was driving, and what happened was the wind somehow pushed it back in, and it actually, I don't know if it took the person's finger off completely, or took off part of it when it shot back in and hit the person's finger. So it's also about just being really prudent and careful if you are shooting these fireworks off in a legal a location that is legal, because some people can get really wild on this day. And what happens too is, as a result of 4th of July, I mean, a lot of businesses are closed to commemorate the holiday, but I think sometimes in some maybe isolated instances, you'll have places that will shut down because, or at least early in the day, because maybe a fear that you might get a recalcitrant drunk that comes into the stores, because on virtually all these holidays in the United States, people, so there's a fairly strong percentage that thinks that this is just about going out and really imbibing or getting inebriated, where the purpose of the holiday and what it represents becomes truly lost. And what it does is, in some instances, it forces, in a way, storekeepers to shut down businesses that really could have stayed open and maybe made a little bit more money catering to the people that are celebrating this for the right reasons, and perhaps the proper manner, at least in my opinion. So that's really I think in essence, what we have to really make sure we consider is that it's being celebrated in the appropriate manner, and um, not disgrace America by doing it in the way that's wrong. I mean, there's people uh, that go out and they'll take fireworks and they'll shoot them out their cars while they're driving sometimes, and will shoot them at an innocent pedestrian that's walking by. I had at least one occasion I had somebody throw a firecracker right by me, and I was walking and it was dead of night. It was an area where it seemed like it wasn't desolate, but it was fairly quiet. It wasn't maybe an overabundance of traffic, and I saw something land on the ground one time, and I thought it was just like a cigarette butt, so I just kept nonchalantly just walking, thinking everything was honky-dory, and all of a sudden just went bang. Then there's been some other occasions. There was one occasion about, I think it was like, I'm going to say maybe it was about 9 years ago. Somebody shot something out of their vehicle maybe, or threw it by me, and I was walking down the road, and it was very loud, and it felt like I lost my hearing almost in one ear for a very short period, or came very close. And you got to remember, people, that you want to be mischievous, and the kids, they want to shoot these out and throw them at people, that you could really hurt somebody very, very strongly by doing this, and it's not really the appropriate thing to be doing. Even if you're in a place where fireworks are legal and you can use them, that doesn't give you the right to be using it in a manner that's inconsistent with what they're supposed to be used for, and causing harm, being malicious to somebody. That's really, really. I mean, well, like I stated before, when that firework was shot off, I mean, it was almost like a near deafening experience for me. I mean, it felt like my hearing had been lost in one ear for a few seconds, and I was very scared. I thought maybe I had some damage or something to it, but my hearing, luckily, it came back shortly afterwards. But doesn't mean everybody's going to be that fortunate or lucky in those similar situations. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube segment for 4th of July, a.k.a. Independence Day. I wish all my viewers, everybody that sees this, happy and safe 4th of July. And until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.